I'm making this video to address what's going on in the world right now. And I have some opinions. And of course, every opinion has to be supported with evidence. So my opinion is that the people in the government right now, that control the world, they practice the occult. And I believe that this coronavirus and what's going on in the world right now is an extension of their witchcraft. And I have some evidence here to support that claim. I guess this would be like the thesis at the beginning of my video now, so you know what it is you're getting into. So I would just appreciate, if you would watch this with an open mind. I have prepared quite a few different things I'm going to cover. It's called predictive programming, as you can see in this video. The title here, predictive programming. So this is from, it says air date, March 28th, 2019, Project Runway. And it's about a designer named COVID with a K who designed a mask. I'm gonna let this speak for itself now. Let's get into it.
I love this.
I have one thing to say. I'm feeling so
COVID Kapoor.
I'm feeling so satisfied.
Okay, and you can clearly see there the mask. So I think it's statistically impossible that the same year that the COVID virus becomes an issue, that this person named COVID would be on this show and have a project where they create a mask as their fashion design. I mean, the name COVID itself, it's just seems a little too coincidental for me, right? COVID.
Hi, COVID.
Hello.
Will you tell us about your
Anyway, that's one example, right? Let's move on to the next piece. This is a song called Pandemic by Dr. Creep from 2013. Release date, I don't know if you can see that at the top. But anyway, this is what we have here is important. This last lyric. 2020 combined with coronavirus. Bodies stacking. So when I say that the people in the government practice the occult, well, it's really the people in the media in general, the military, government, and entertainment industry. Another, I guess, you could say, maybe I'm wrong and this is just another coincidence. 2020 combined with coronavirus, bodies stacking. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Pandemic, Dr. Creep, released June 21st, 2013. All right, let's move on to the next example here. So this is from The Dead Zone, Plague TV episode 2003.
All right, what's going on?
Just let me think about where to start.
Well, he saw something. What is it?
I saw a virus. I think some kind of disease.
A virus? Like what? Like SARS?
I don't know. All I know is that it's highly infectious and maybe fatal. Right now, we could all be infected. If we take this outside, we risk the whole town.
Johnny, how big is this gonna get?
I don't know. We just have to do everything we can to stop this, starting right now, Walt.
He's right. All right, here's what's gonna happen. We need to make sure that everybody that's inside stays inside. I'm gonna get a few deputies on it. We'll call it a lockdown.
Lockdown?
Well, until I come up with something better.
Walt, no. No, you cannot lock the school doors. Walt.
This is for your family's safety.
Will I get sick too?
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe we should wear masks.
What difference does it make? According to you, we've already been exposed. Let's get one thing straight, Mr. Smith. I'm responding to political pressure.
You have no reason to be scared. Let me ask you something, Andy. Animals. You been around any animals in the backyard, even let's say a skunk, a raccoon? I'm going to swab the inside of your mouth with this little Q-tip. Trying to get a handle on this animal. Damn efficient airborne transmission. Blood tests and swabs aren't telling us much. We know it acts like a virus. It causes high fever respiratory distress. Tracking and treating a mysterious outbreak like this would take the CDC months.
We better get started then. Anyone who hasn't been exposed already needs to wear a mask.
China. Isn't that where flu viruses come from?
Yeah, a lot of viruses come from there. International flight to China? That's no coincidence.
I'm sure it's not a coincidence. All right, moving on to the next. This was from 2003, this last one, right? So let's move on to this. This is from 2018, a Korean show. And I had to speed that up the last, in case you're wondering, like, why they're talking so fast like that. You know, I had to put it on 1.25 to save time. So this next one is particularly interesting too, because this is a year before, of course, what we're experiencing now happened.
건 좀 더 조사를 해봐야겠지만 변종된 코로나 바이러스입니다.
코로나면 혹시 메르스?
메르스, 사스, 감기 모두 동일한 바이러스의 유전 정보를 지닌 패밀리로 보면 돼요. 코로나는 호흡기 질환을 일으키는 대표적인 바이러스고 2015년 메르스 사태 때 사망률이 20%가 넘었죠.
근데 20%는 무기로 쓰일 정도는 아니지 않나요?
아까도 말했다시피 이건 변종된 바이러스예요. 누군가 인위적으로 사망률을 90%에 육박하도록 올린 것으로 보입니다.
90%요?
그보다 더 심각한 건 코로나 바이러스는 평균 2일에서 14일의 잠복기를 거치지만 이건 노출된 후 단 5분 내에 폐를 직접적으로 공격하도록 인위적으로 변종을 했어요.
All right. That's from 2018. So now why do they do this? Why do they tell people what they're doing? These people who practice the occult practice sigil magic, and you can see here, I'll have to zoom in. A sigil is a symbol you create with the intention of changing your reality and fulfilling your desires. So what they do is that they put these symbols, or they tell you what they're going to do symbolically through TV shows to manifest their reality, and also to implant the subconscious ideas that they want people to receive into their minds before it happens, so that they're more likely to receive the agendas being pushed. Here's Mr. Donald J. Trump, who a lot of people don't think, oh, he's very anti-establishment. I don't think he is. I think he's a part of the system just like Obama and Biden are. I think he's, being used to deceive a lot of people. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to the coronavirus.
Good going to happen. I really believe that. There's something very good going to happen. We have to get back. So think of it, in this horrible period, this horrible, dark period where this monster came and worked its horrible, horrible spell over the world. 184 countries as of this morning. 180.
Okay, so it's a horrible monster that worked its spell over the world.
Horrible spell over the world. 184.
All right, that's what he's saying the coronavirus is. Okay, let's go to this verse from Revelation from the Bible, and you can see here, Revelation 18:23. This last sentence: "By your magic spell, all the nations were led astray." This is talking about basically the devil and what he's going to do in the last hour on the earth. "And you deceived the nations with your sorceries, by your magic spell. All the nations were led astray." Oh, I forgot my hands in the way there. I'm a lefty, so it's kind of inconvenient. So let's move on. And this is from Congress, right? Congress.gov. This is the American government, of course. So what do we have? We have a bill being passed, and if you can see, let me zoom in here. HR 6666, COVID-19 testing, reaching and contacting everybody. So I just find it very interesting, again, that, these people who are in the government are discussing the coronavirus using these terms, using these numbers, like 666, which we will see reoccurring in the things I've prepared here again. So to me, this is just, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just, operating in some sort of psychosis or something. I don't think I am, but the next piece of evidence is here. This is a patent from Microsoft. WO means it's World Patent 2020, right? That means the year. And the number is 666. Basically what this is a cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Right, and who's it by? It's by Microsoft. What this is something very interesting. They're basically saying that if you attach a sensor to a person's body, then you can communicate through a network to a cloud and link this to a cryptocurrency system. Very technical stuff. Interesting that they're using, again, the number, application number, publication number 666, right? This is from Microsoft. So let's move on and see this. This is again from the book of Revelation, which is in the Bible, I should say, chronicling what will happen in the end times. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or forehead. And so this is what I think this is for. It's like this image here is explaining that predictive programming with no mask and no service is really leading us towards the conditioning of the mark of the beast, where you will have to, again, take the mark to be able to buy and sell, which is what we're seeing now, right? People won't let you in unless you have your mask, your mark, to show your compliance with the system and the agenda. And so 666 in the scriptures is, again, it's the number of the beast in Revelation 3:18. This calls for wisdom. Let the man who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man. That number is 666. So we see this 666 over and over again, right? In this House bill, in the Microsoft patent 666, of course. So let's move along here. Now, Microsoft actually got in a lot of trouble because they were trying to share this video. It was an ad for virtual reality, which, ties into that last patent here about, joining your body with some sort of sensor to link you with technology, right? And they have this person, Marina Abramovich, and basically they had to take this video down because there were so many overwhelming dislikes and people saying, why would you choose this woman who practices the occult, who's a witch, to represent your company? Well, probably the same reason that they've chosen the number 666 as their patent. These people practice the occult. So Marina Abramovich, this is some of her work. I really don't want to, get into this stuff too much because it's pretty dark, but you can look it up for yourself. I mean, this woman is just, she practices the occult. That's what she does. It's called spirit cooking, right? She mixes blood, feces, semen, milk together, and then she eats it, and it's pretty gross, right? And here's Lady Gaga. Let me zoom in. And this is what they do. Here's Marina. There's Lady Gaga. And they're doing some sort of weird ritual where they're like eating this body. Again, why would Microsoft choose to represent their company with this person? I don't know. Here's another thing that she's posted, or is supposed to be some sort of artistic statement. I'll let you come to your own conclusions. This is simply what I believe, and this is the evidence that I have to support my claim. And so now I say that these people practice the occult. Well, where's the evidence that these people actually do? Because this is all, it could just be circumstantial, right? So there's this WikiLeaks email where a Hillary Clinton aide campaign coordinator talks about sacrificing a chicken to Moloch, which is very, very strange, to say the least. All right. And so we have it here at the bottom. This makes me uncomfortable. And at the very end of the email, this Hillary Clinton campaign coordinator says, with fingers crossed, the old rabbit's foot out of the box in the attic, I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Moloch. Well, who is Moloch? Moloch is the biblical name of a Canaanite god associated with child sacrifice. Okay, so what are these people in the government doing, worshiping ancient false gods, Canaanite deities, as described in the Bible? Very, very strange stuff. But again, it could just be circumstantial, and maybe she just is interested in history and she does it for whatever reason. I can't really think of an excuse. I mean, to me, this is very clear. These people practice the occult. As well as this, Obama again, through WikiLeaks, he spent $65,000 to fly pizza and hot dogs in from Chicago to the White House. Now, this was a big deal a while ago where we had James Alefantis, the owner of a DC pizzeria, Comet Ping Pong. And he visited the Obama White House 4 times during Obama's administration. So who is this guy? Well, according to GQ, James Alefantis is one of the most powerful men or people in DC. Here he is, James Alefantis, right? Okay, so let's scroll up. There he is. This is GQ's article, The 50 Most Powerful People in Washington. Well, that's very odd, because why would he be one of the most powerful people in DC if he only owns a pizzeria? I don't understand that. Maybe someone can explain to me why someone who owns a pizza shop is being acknowledged by GQ as a major player in the political sphere of Washington. That's just, to me, unusual. But what happened was that this man was exposed as being a part of a child trafficking ring. And conveniently, right after that, somebody, apparently a crazy conspiracy theorist, decided to go to his pizza shop with a gun. And, you know, poor James Alefantis is here now on Fox News. And let me make sure you all see that. 666 million subscribers. He went on the Kelly File with Megyn Kelly to address the Pizzagate conspiracy. So I'm not going to play this, you know, I'm just going to skip ahead to some of the questionable things. Like, this was a photo on his Instagram. A child taped to a chair. If you really want to look up his Instagram, it's difficult because he deleted it. But he has all kinds of weird, evil-looking photos, such as this. And of course, you know, the man who, as I had said, was the gunman, had used a gun. And the bullet just happened to hit his hard drive. Very conveniently, his computer, right?
Our bags and coat closet. The bullet went into our computer system. After police arrived, Welch...
Wow, I guess that's really convenient, especially if you have something to hide on your computer hard drive. And it's very convenient that this happened right after the Pizzagate conspiracy theory drew noticeable attention, because it's sort of like, you know, they shut the place down for an extended period of time after the shooting. So to me, I'm thinking, well, that would be a great opportunity to clear out any evidence that you might have to support that claim against you, James. Very, very strange